Luffy is half Lunarian from his mother's side. Sanji had Lunarian DNA spliced into him. King is Luffy's uncle confirmed. These are the first words that appear when you search up, is Luffy half Lunarian? Now, as crazy as it sounds, it might actually be true. Luffy and Sanji having DNA Lunarian in them would explain their fire abilities. On the other hand, King being Luffy's uncle is probably not true, but not far off since Luffy and King would be related if they came from the same clan. Since we're talking about Lunarians in this video, and King is our main subject here, let's analyze his handsome face for a minute. King has a tattoo on the left side of his face. It could be something that every Lunarian is born with, like a birthmark, which is the reason why King decides to hide his face under a mask. Interestingly, Dragon also has a mark on the left side of his face. He could be a Lunarian himself, or Luffy's mother was a Lunarian, and when she passed away, Dragon tattooed her mark on his face as a way to honor her. Now that's something to think about. Ever since Luffy first used Red Hawk in Fishman Island against Hody Jones, fans have been left confused as to how Luffy is able to manage this. We were never given a clear explanation as to how Luffy is able to do this attack. It's been left up to fans to theorize how this is even possible, and Oda has kept quiet about it for years. But in the recent chapters that we got, yes, this video will be spoiling for people who aren't up to date on the One Piece manga. So if you're part of that group, then I suggest you click off this video and go read the chapters. But if you aren't, then sit down, relax and enjoy as I'm about to explain to you how Monkey D. Luffy might actually be half Lunarian. First of all, let's talk about Luffy's new form, Gear 5th. Luffy's awakening could be an explanation. We now know that his devil fruit literally allows him to do anything. It's only left to his imagination. Given this ridiculous ability, it would make sense that Luffy is able to change the temperature of the environment around him, thus making flames appear. In chapter 1045, we see Luffy doing exactly this. He starts running through the sky and leaves behind him a trail of fire. This could be Oda showing us that Luffy is similar to a cartoon character, or that he's literally able to make flame appear, and it has nothing to do with his devil fruit. Moving on to Lunarians. The Lunarians were a race of people from the Red Line, capable of creating fire from their body. They were known as gods while they dwelled on top of the Red Line. For some unknown circumstances, their race went nearly extinct, and the world government hunts any remaining Lunarians they can find, possibly because they're a threat to them. The D-Clan are very similar to the Lunarians. They're not as rare as Lunarians are, and they're not being actively hunted by the world government. But the world government does hate something about the people with the D in their names, reason why they decided to change Roger's name to Gold Roger instead of his actual name, Gold D Roger. They're obviously trying to hide something about the D-Clan, but they don't seem to be as dangerous as the Lunarians since they're not killing all of them, and even let some of them join the Marines, for example Jaguar D Soul and Monkey D Garp. So the Lunarians and the D-Clan have a common enemy, the world government. Corazon has stated before to Law that the D-Clan are God's arch enemies. We could interpret that to mean that the D-Clan are the enemies of the Lunarians since they were known as gods. But we have to keep in mind that they don't exist anymore. They ruled over the world before the world government came into place. The current rulers of the world is the world government, and they placed their holy land, Maria Joyce, exactly where the Lunarians used to reside before. Im-sama acts like a god, controlling the whole world behind closed curtains, so the D-Clan are the arch enemy of the current godlike power in the world. the world government, which is controlled by Im-sama, not the Lunarians. The Lunarians and the D-Clan probably used to work together. The D-Clan had a secret motive that was lost throughout history. They passed on their will in hoping that one day a member of their clan would finish what they had started, or maybe not even began, which is called now the Will of D. At the time, the Lunarians were probably stronger than them, which is why people call them gods, and they had their own kingdom. An event occurred and they got eradicated, and the world government took over and eliminated the rest in fear that they could potentially rise again and take back their place. This is a quick history I could come up with. I could be totally wrong though. We know Dragon opposes the world government, reason why he invented the Revolutionary Army. As a member of the D-Clan, maybe he wants the Lunarians to rise once more. That's why he decided to have a kid with a Lunarian, so that Luffy would carry the blood of the D-Clan and passes on the will of D, and at the same time has the blood of the Lunarian gods in him. The two clans mixed in one, he'd be the ultimate ruler of the world. I believe that Dragon had Luffy for this reason, to take down the world government. Everything this man does is literally to go against them, even simply just having a kid. Reason why he's the most wanted man in the world. They know he'd do anything possible to take them out. Dragon might have been scheming this for years, and if this is true, then Luffy is Dragon's greatest weapon against the world government. He's half Lunarian, he's part of the D-Clan, and he has the sun god Nika Devil Fruit. Luffy being this great might have all been planned out by the mastermind Dragon. Even though we don't see much of Dragon, he might actually be the guy pulling all the strings in the background, using Luffy as a mere puppet. So thank you guys for making it till the end of the video. If you enjoyed, don't forget to subscribe, like, comment. Tell me what you guys think in the comment section down below, because I read every comment and I respond to every single comment. So yeah, so leave your thoughts in this comment section down below. Also, don't forget to follow me on Twitter, because yes, I do have a Twitter account called Scroll62, same as my YouTube channel. And if you're interested in hearing another theory video about the true location of the One Piece, and that it might not actually be where you think it is, then check out this video I made about it. And I'll see you guys next time for another video. It's been your boy Scroll62, and I'll see you guys soon. Bye.